Hey everybody, I'm running off 2 hours of sleep. But I'm sitting here half dead and I figured, hey, let's read an article. That sounds good. This is from The Guardian in the Life and Style section because I'm all about life and style. And a cool dude sent me this article and we're going to read it right now. Men now avoid women at work. Another sign we're being punished for METOO by Alphabet Soup name. And there she is looking all smug. Let's read this crap. A new study has found U.S. men appear to be following Mike Pence's lead. Maybe they're angry that hashtag #MeToo ever happened. Yeah, I'm sure it's anger and not fear for their fucking job. I got house payments, lady. I can't be fucking gambling with this shit. It looks like Mike Pence is quite the trendsetter. The U.S. vice president famously refuses to have dinner alone with any woman who isn't his wife. Maybe his wife set that rule. You don't know that. Maybe she's like, hey, Pence. No fucking around. And now working men across corporate America appear to be following his lead because it's smart. It's fucking smart. Like I said, why gamble with this shit? A new study due to be published in the journal Organizational Dynamics has found that following the hashtag #MeToo movement, men are significantly more reluctant to interact with their female colleagues. Yeah, because bitches are trouble. They're trouble. A few highlights from the research include 27% of men avoid one-on-one meetings with female coworkers. Yep, that's right. Almost a third of men are terrified to be alone in a room with a woman. Yeah, because you're alone with the bitch in a room. Next thing you know, she's running around screaming that you tried to put your fist in her ass. And before you can leave the building, you get pummeled by the elevator. It's just smart. Stay away. 21% of men said they would be reluctant to hire women for a job that would require close interaction, such as business travel. Yeah, you could drive yourself there, bitch. I ain't opening myself up to that crap. 19% of men would be reluctant to hire an attractive woman. That's right, just hire the fucking hairiest, fattest cave ogre you can find. That way, when she makes up her bullshit story, no one will believe her. The data above was collected in early 2019 from workers across a wide range of industries. Researchers had asked the same questions, albeit to different people, with a more of a focus on future expectations in early 2018. Just as #MeToo was in full swing, and depressingly, maybe for you, things appear to have got worse. In 2018, for example, 15% of men said they would be more reluctant to hire women for jobs that require close interpersonal interactions with women compared to 21% in 2019. Yeah, because a bunch of you assholes are making up fucking fake stories. And then they started the whole believe women thing after all these fake stories came out. Yeah, no thanks. And no, I'm not opening myself up to that. It's not just men who are afraid of women, by the way. Women also appear to be increasingly wary of hiring women. How did that happen? That don't make no sense. The 2018 survey results found that more than 10% of men and women said they expected to be less willing than before to hire attractive women. Well, bitches hate attractive bitches. Maybe that's all that's about. Note, the 2019 results for women are not yet public. Internalized misogyny really is a bitch. Stop making up stories and this wouldn't happen. There's been a lot of talk about gray areas in hashtag #MeToo. All this harassment business is very difficult for men, we're told, because nobody even knows what sexual harassment is anymore. Well, it's kind of got a point. You can't even say anything. Men are afraid to even shake a woman's hand in case she thinks it's harassment. Yeah, can you blame them? Can you blame those fellas? Fuck that. Easier just to avoid contact altogether. See, she's acting like that's a dumb strategy. But the only way to win is not to play. What's really interesting about this study, however, is that it thoroughly debunks the argument that men are confused about what constitutes unacceptable behavior. How so? Doesn't even make sense. They just want to be left alone and do their stupid job. The very first thing researchers did was look at 19 behaviors, emailing sexual jokes to a subordinate, for example, and get people to classify it as harassment or not. Surprise, surprise, both genders basically agreed on what harassment entails. Lady, I think what she's saying is that, hey, you don't have to cut us off completely. You know what harassment is, but that's not the issue. The issue is these bitches making shit up. Of course she won't acknowledge that. Most men know what sexual harassment is, and most women know what it is. Leanne Atwater. I bet she's a party. Hey, it wasn't a party until Leanne Atwater showed up. A professor at the University of Houston and one of the study's authors told the Harvard Business Review, the idea that men don't know what behavior is bad and that women are making a mountain out of molehill is largely untrue. Says you. Okay, so largely untrue, so I better just start hanging around women until I get my life ruined. Hey, it's largely untrue. What are the chances? What are the chances I'll lose my house and my family? Better fuck around. Better fuck around and maybe I won't lose anything. If anything, women are more lenient in defining harassment. Yeah, okay. Until they hate you, until they got an axe to grind. So there you go. Most men are perfectly aware of the difference between a friendly hug and a creepy hug. How about they just don't want to hug you and just play it safe? They are perfectly aware of what constitutes harassment and what doesn't, which makes you wonder why so many men are afraid to interact with women at work. Yeah, I wonder why. Those guys, they're so stupid. They're just dumb. To answer that question, perhaps, is that a lot of men aren't so much afraid of being accused of anything as they are angry that Me Too ever happened. That's the biggest joke of this whole thing. No, it's not that women are going crazy making up fake stories. It's that they're passive aggressively angry at the Me Too movement. Yeah, because every business guy is hanging around on Twitter reading angry cat lady posts. They're angry that they've been made to think about their behavior, made to interrogate power dynamics they always took for granted. They are punishing women for it by refusing to interact with them. Can you believe this fucking retard? Can you believe this fucking bitch? She's out of her fucking mind. That's some mental gymnastics right there. It's worth noting, I think, that the Harvard Business Review article previewing the study's 2019 results is headlined, "The Me Too Backlash." But she's assuming that these guys are reading Twitter all angry like. They're not reading Twitter. They just want to keep their job. They just want money to live and eat. They don't care about your stupid movement. You see that phrase a lot, and that framing subtly implies that Me Too went too far, that a backlash is only natural. It's yet another form of victim blaming. Well, I say that a lot of guys are victim to bullshit stories that women spout out. So isn't that victim blaming? Aren't you blaming the dudes? Aren't they the real victim here? Another way to quietly put women back in their place. Shut up. Shut up, bitch. And that's how I'm going to end it. Ugh, that's hard to read this shit when you're so tired. I hope it made sense. And hey, everybody, I'll see you later.